Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Subham Kumar, and today we will discuss about dimensions. Before going to discussion, if you have learned something from my channel, then please like our videos, share amongst your friends and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So friends, today we will start the new topic, that is dimensions. Before going to this topic, I wanted to say that if you have not seen my previous tutorial, go first see that tutorial, then come to this tutorial, because if you don't know basics, then it's not easy to understand dimensions. So let's start the topic. So what do you mean by dimensions? So dimensions is the power raised on fundamental physical quantity to represent derived physical quantity. So here you have a question, what is fundamental physical quantity and what is derived physical quantity? So you go to my previous tutorial and see what is fundamental physical quantity and what is derived physical quantity. Here we will talk about the 7 fundamental physical quantities. The 7 fundamental physical quantity, as you know, is mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity and amount of substance, but we will mainly use 3: mass, length and time in this topic. So as you know, mass is denoted by capital M and length is denoted by capital L and time is denoted by capital T. So you must remember some of the basic formula to find the dimensions of any formula or any equation. So first you know the basic formula. First formula is velocity. As you know, velocity is equal to displacement by time, and second term is acceleration, that is velocity by time, and force is equal to mass cross acceleration, pressure is equal to force upon area, and tension is equal to force, work या energy is equal to force cross displacement, and stress is equal to force by area, and power is equal to work by time. So let's take some examples. Examples are area. So area is length cross breadth. As we have studied that in fundamental physical quantity, length is denoted with capital L and breadth is also a type of length. So breadth is also denoted by capital L. So the dimensions of area is L square. And the second is speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is also type of length. So distance is denoted with L and time is denoted by T. So L T to the power minus 1. We can also write L by T. T is in denominator, so we can write it in numerator in the form of T to the power minus 1. Here we can go to the previous slide and see. Here velocity. Velocity is displacement by time. Displacement is a type of length and time is denoted by T and displacement is denoted by capital T. So velocity dimension is also capital L T to the power minus 1. Go to the next, that is acceleration. Acceleration is velocity by time. As we have done that, the velocity is L T to the power minus 1 and time is T, so acceleration is equal to L T to the power minus 2. Third one is force. Force is mass cross acceleration. Mass is M and acceleration is L T to the power minus 2. So force is M and L T to the power minus 2. Pressure is force upon area. So force is M L T to the power minus 1 and area is denoted in length cross breadth. So force is MLT to the power minus 1. So you can find all of this, it's easy, you can easily find this. Let's go to the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Half mv square, here half is constant. you must remember one thing, that numerical constant is dimensionless quantity, means half have no dimensions. So m is denoted by capital M, mass is denoted by, and velocity square is denoted by, velocity have dimension L t to the power minus 1 whole to the power square. So dimension of kinetic energy is m L square t to the power minus 2. You must remember that all type of energy have same dimension. It's kinetic energy, potential energy, yeah, any type of energy, these have same dimensions. Let's go to the trigonometry, that what is the dimension of sine theta. So sine theta is p by h. P that is perpendicular is a type of length, and hypotenuse is also a type of length. Both cross each other, so sine theta is dimensionless. So you must remember that all trigonometric ratios are dimensionless quantity. I am repeating once again that all trigonometric ratios and numerical constant is dimensionless quantity, and all type of energy have same dimensions. And another, you must note that what is the dimension of a square. Here a to the power 2, here power is dimensionless. You must note this thing also, that power is dimensionless quantity. So one question that comes in your mind, why we are studying dimension formula, and why this question comes in IIT JEE, what is the use of it. So we will learn that what is the application of dimension formula. So the first applications of dimension formula is to check the correctness of physical relation, means if any formula are there, it must be equal in dimensions. That is, for example, V is equal to U plus AT. Here each and every term of physical equation having same dimensions, that if the dimensions of each equation is same, then the formula is dimensionally correct. For example, V is equal to U plus AT. Here V velocity is equal to Lt to the power minus 1, and U is initial velocity, that is also Lt to the power minus 1, and At is equal to A is acceleration Lt minus 2, and T is capital T, so Lt to the power minus 1. So all three terms have same dimension, that's why this formula is dimensionally correct. So the first application of dimensional formula is to check the correctness of physical relations. Let's go to the another application of dimension formula. Before going that, you must remember that if a physical equation is dimensionally correct, it's not necessary that it is also correct in mathematically, because as you know that numerical value is dimensionless. So it's not necessary that dimensionally correct formula is mathematically correct. It may be or may not be correct. For example, V square is equal to U square plus 2as. It is dimensionally correct, but it is mathematically wrong, because V square is equal to U square plus 2as. Here 2 is missing and 2 is have no dimensions, so that's why it is correct in dimension but wrong in mathematics. Let's go to the another use of dimension, that is, it is used to establish the physical relation between two or more than two variables. For example, if a centripetal force is of the form of m to the power a, v to the power b, and r to the power c, then find the value of ABC. If this type of question is given, then you must remember that all force have same dimensions. So here centripetal force is there, so force dimension formula is mLt to the power minus 2. Force is equal to ma, mass cross acceleration, acceleration is Lt to the power minus 2. So force dimension is mLT to the power minus. So here the centripetal force having the formula mLT to the power minus 2, and the equation given is m to the power a and v to the power b and r to the power c. We will equal both the formula, and we know that the velocity have the dimensions lt to the power minus 1. So and r is length, so l to the power c. Here force is mlt to the power minus 2 and m to the power a and l to the power b. These power comes under the bracket and l to the power b and t to the power minus b. Here same l to the power c, and the force formula is dimensional formula is mlt to the power minus 2. And after, as you know, in exponential, a to the power b and a to the power b and a to the power c, then a to the power b plus c. Same here, m to the power a and l to the power b plus c and t to the power minus b. After equating both equations, we find that here m to the power 1, so a to the power 1, and here b plus c is equal to, that is length, is equal to 1, and t to the power minus b, that is here minus b is equal to minus 2. So b is equal to 2, and put that b value in the second equation, that is b plus c is equal to 1. So c is equal to 1 minus b, and b value we find that it is 2. So 1 minus 2, that is c is equal to minus 1. So the formula is m to the power 1 and v to the power 2 and r to the power minus 1, that is mv square by r. As you know, the centripetal force formula is mv square by r. So we can establish the relations between two or more variables using dimensions. Let's go to the third use of dimension. So the third use of dimension is to convert systems of one unit to the systems of another unit. Let us take one example of that. Let us see that here 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Let us assume that 1 is a numerical constant, so we denote it as a n1, and m is proper unit, that is denoted by u1. As we have learned earlier, that is a physical quantity requires at least two things for denoting that. One is numerical constant, second one is proper unit. So here one is numerical value and u is their unit. So n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. Here we need to find n2, so n2 is equal to n1 into u1 by u2. So we can easily find the value of n2 here. I think you have understand this thing. Let's go to the limitation of dimensions. So the first limitation of dimensions is that it is fail to find constant value in a relation. We cannot find the constant value in a relation because, as you know, constant value is dimensionless. And the second limitation is that it is fail to find physical relation in which trigonometrically or exponential terms are used. As you know that exponential value or power is dimensionless. So these two are main limitations of dimension. If you have any doubt, please comment below, and if you have learned something, then please share among your friends and hit the like button. Thank you for watching this.